This is Lesson 9, Add Fractions Making Like Units Numerically. In this lesson, we are going to move away from the rectangular fraction model. When I'm adding 1/2 and 1/5, I need to get a common unit. Our fraction model showed us that if we take our halves and divide it into fifths, that's taking our number of parts and getting 5 times as many, taking our whole and also having 5 times as many, we get 5/10. With our second number, 1/5, when we divide our rectangular fraction model in half, we end up with 2 equal parts. We end up with 2 equal parts out of a total of 10 parts. We now have a common unit. 1/2 plus 1/5 equals 5/10 plus 2/10, and that equals 7/10. When we add 1/2 plus 2/3, we might want to make the observation before we begin that 2/3 is greater than 1/2, so when we add that to 1/2, our answer will be greater than 1. Again, we're going to get our common unit, so we'll multiply our numerator and denominator by 3. Notice that is by the denominator of the other number that we're using. We get 3/6. 2/3 multiplied by the denominator of the other number, 2/2, gives us 4/6. When we add 3/6 plus 4/6, we get 7/6. And 7/6 is the same as 1 and 1 more sixth, 1 and 1/6. Both of these fractions are greater than 1/2, so I know when I add them, I will get a number that is greater than 1. When I want to find my common unit, I look at my ninths and my sixths, and while I could multiply 5/9 times 6/6 and get a common unit of 54, I know that I could also get a common unit with 9 and 6 of 18, which is smaller and easier to work with. So I'm going to start with my 5/9. If I want a unit of 18, I'm going to multiply by 2 halves. Remember that 2 halves is equal to 1. We're always multiplying by something that's equal to 1. 5 times 2 is 10, so that would be 10/18. 5/6, I also want to have that common unit of 18, so I'll multiply by 3/3, giving me 15/18. I'll be adding 10/18 plus 15/18, 25/18. 25/18 is the same as 1 and 7/18. This problem has 3 add-ins. We have 2/3, 1/4, and 1/2. We need to get a common unit so that I can add them together. I know that 3 and 4 would both go into 12. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 also divides into 12. So 12 will be my denominator. I have 2/3. I know I want my denominator to be 12, so I'm going to multiply by 4/4. That's 8/12. 1/4. I want my denominator to be 12. I multiply by 3/3, 3/12. 1/2. And I want my denominator to be 12, so I multiply by 6/6, 6/12. I am adding 8/12 plus 3/12 plus 6/12. That gives me a total of 17/12, greater than 1. That would be 1 and 5/12.